Today in our lab, I'm going to introduce you to the Millipore Hydrosol stainless steel filter holder. This rugged holder enables you to vacuum filter flammable and non-flammable liquids to analyze particulate or biological contamination, or for simple buffer and reagent preparations. This device can be tailored to your specific applications, volumes, and test conditions when coupled with different membrane filter types and pore sizes. It is specifically designed for the vacuum filtration of flammable liquids, and unlike other filter holders, the Hydrosol filter holder includes grounding equipment to prevent sparking from static discharge. The Hydrosol filter holder is designed with a 650 ml funnel, accommodates any 47 millimeter filter, and connects to a vacuum filter setup using a number 8 stopper. Your sample and application methods are specific to your needs, so adhere to method guidelines and regulated guidelines, if any, for upstream and downstream sample handling. For this demonstration, we will be filtering 500 ml of methanol. First, we need to prepare our filtration equipment with grounding and perform an electrical continuity check to verify the grounding system. You will only follow these steps if you need to vacuum filter flammable liquids. Follow these steps to prepare the Hydrosol filter holder to filter flammable liquids. Locate the grounding wire that came with your filter holder and a flathead screwdriver. Remove the grounding screw on the holder base with a flathead screwdriver and set it aside. Locate the ring terminal hole at the end of your grounding wire, then line it up with the grounding screw hole on the holder base. Place the grounding screw through the wire's ring terminal hole and back into place on the holder base. Then tighten the screw with your flathead screwdriver to hold the wire on the base. Note, do not over-tighten the grounding screw. Secure the clip located at the other end of the ring terminal to an appropriate grounding path as defined by the National Fire Protection Agency NFPA 70-250. Squeeze the clip located at the end of the 18-inch wire and clip it onto the funnel lip. Note, if you are using a manifold to filter your flammable liquid, squeeze the clip located at the end of the 10-inch wire and clip it onto the manifold tulip. This is what your assembly should look like with a manifold. For sidearm filtering flask, your assembly should look similar to the manifold illustration, except that the 10-inch wire hangs free. Perform an electrical continuity check to determine electrical potential along the path of flammable liquid travel and between the filter holder and the ground. Once setup is confirmed, you will begin to insert a filter into the Hydrosol filter holder. Once you have selected your filter type, we can insert the filter. Locate the Hydrosol filter holder base and insert it into the silicone stopper. Make sure the filter support screen and its underlying gasket are in the top of the holder base, with the screen flat and flush with the holder base top. Then place a Millipore filter with a 47 millimeter diameter in the center of the filter support screen with smooth tip forceps. Position the funnel on the holder base so the nylon lock wheels lock into the locking cams on the underside of the holder base. Do not touch the inside of the funnel because you will disturb the filter. Hold the funnel with one hand firmly and turn the locking ring 1/4 turn to the right until it's tight. This secures the funnel to the holder base. If desired, place a depth pre-filter disc with a 35 millimeter diameter through the top of the funnel, centering it on the top of the 47 millimeter filter. After you assemble the holder, make sure you have the following items to connect the filter holder to a vacuum source since they are not included with this product. 3 silicone vacuum hoses, sidearm filtering flask with a vented silicone stopper, Millex FG50 filter, and a vacuum pressure pump or vacuum source. Attach one end of the silicone vacuum hose to the side arm of the filtering flask that supports your filter holder assembly or to the vacuum connection of the manifold. Locate another side arm filtering flask with a vented stopper, then insert the end of the silicone vacuum hose in the hole of the stopper. Attach a second silicone vacuum hose to the side arm of the second filtering flask. Then attach a Millipore FG50 filter to the open end of the hose. Attach the third silicone vacuum hose to the open end of the Millipore FG filter. Then attach the open end of this hose to the vacuum pressure pump or vacuum source. The assembly should look like this. Let's continue to our flammable liquid filtration. For particle testing, wash and rinse parts according to your procedure. When the sample level lowers to the funnel neck, approximately 30 mils, complete one final rinse with a measured volume of pre-filtered solvent. Collect the sample in a clean collection bottle. For all other types of tests, pour your liquid sample into the 650 ml funnel. Do not overfill the funnel or it will overflow. Ensure your receiver vessel will accommodate the processing volume. Turn on the vacuum source. Shut off the vacuum as soon as all of the sample and/or flushing fluids pass through the filter. After you filter your non-flammable or flammable liquids, follow these steps to remove the filter from the holder for typical analytical procedures. Gently rock the holder back and forth to break the stopper seal and release the filter flask vacuum. Seat and secure the holder so it doesn't fall off. Grasp the outside of the holder base with one hand and the locking ring with the other. Rotate the locking ring a quarter turn to the left and lift off the funnel. Rest the funnel assembly on its side on a clean surface. Transfer the filter to a clean petri dish or a petri slide dish with smooth tip forceps for visual particle counting. Alternately, the disc or pre-filter could be placed into a prepared media pad or agar plate in a sterile petri dish for microbial contaminate culturing. Dispose of the sample liquid appropriately or use for further analysis. After filtration, the disc and/or pre-filter can be analyzed and compared to known acceptance criteria.